Okay. All right, here with Dixie State after the West 2 regional clinching 4-3 win over Concordia Irvine. Head coach Randy Simpkins, catcher Jessica Gonzalez, and third baseman Danny Barthoff. Thanks for stopping by after the game, Coach. Same routine. Let's have an opening statement from you on the win, and we'll dive into some specifics.
We knew it was going to be close. Obviously, they have good pitching. We have good pitching, and all of our games, the last few years have been really close. Other than one of them down here this year, but we knew in order to play. In order to beat them on their home field, and I told them before the game, they're going to be playing with a really big sense of urgency because they know one loss and they're done. We can play slightly more free and easy because we know we have that buffer, but we're trying to get it done in one game. So we talked about winning innings early, having success early against Cali, and see what kind of outing she was going to have, and she's been lights out all year long. So we knew if they were going to throw her, we were going to have to swing at good pitches in the zone, try to make her throw strikes, and then see what happened. And we were able to put a couple of good swings on it. We give up a run early. They looked like they had the momentum early where they were having base runners and stuff like that. But then we were able to, get out of it with only one run. Danny obviously made some big time defensive plays. They walk, Kinsey to load the bases, with Jess. And, we were, just having productive at bats. I just said, don't chase pitches out of the zone. Try to hit a pitch in the zone, and obviously we're looking to try to get a ball in the grass because we had good speed on the bases.
Two more things for you, Coach, and then we'll go to these players. You talked about Concordia's pitcher, and we always talk about Cambry, but let's talk about her. She finished with 8 strikeouts. It seems like she gets better as each game progresses. She settles into a groove after the first or second inning. She had a couple innings there, the 5th and 6th innings where they were locked down innings, 3 up, 3 down. Just talk about Camry and how well she threw today.
One of the things that I'm as pleased as anything is she only had 1 walk. And Concordia is really disciplined at the plate. They don't swing at very many pitches outside of the zone at all. And if you're not sharp, as a pitcher, they're going to make you pay because they're going to make you throw pitches in the zone. And her only having 1 walk and trying to work ahead in the count against a lot of their really good hitters was key for us, big time.
Second thing, and we always talk about her as well. When Janessa Bassett gets on base, good things happen. Yeah. She gets hit by the pitch to lead off the 3rd inning, and doesn't get a hit today, but she starts that inning off. She gets on base, bases are loaded later, and we'll talk more about the Grand Slam in here in just a minute. But when Janessa gets on base, good things happen. Yeah,
you get on base, and people haven't had the ability to throw her out very often this year. So her leadoff walk is like a double most of the time. She talked to me a few weeks back, probably 3 or 4 or 5 weeks ago, and she was getting a lot of walks. And she's like, I don't want to walk. I says, I do. Your on base percentage is ridiculous. And it says you walk and they're not throwing you out, it's a double. And you scoring from second base with nobody out, is about 80%. So, we're definitely happy that she's on base, and she looks to continue that for sure.
Let's go over to Jessica. You know what I'm going to ask you about. 3rd inning, bases are loaded. It's been a little bit since your last home run, but the look on your face as you were walking up there, it looked like exactly what you knew, what you wanted to do with it. First pitch comes in, and it didn't take very long to get out. Just take us through that very short at bat, and then your trot around the bases.
When I saw her walking her, I got a little nervous, not gonna lie, because that's kind of a tough situation to be in. But Coach always says with batters like us, we're not gonna get very many good pitches to swing at, and so I took the first pitch and did what I could with it. That was kind of my strategy today, was to find a good pitch and put a bat on it. Like he says, I'm not going to see anything but one of them, in a bat, in a game, in a series. So being able to do that for my team and come through was huge. But credit to my teammates for being on base for me. Without them, it wouldn't have been as big as it was. But I'm glad I could pull through for them.
You weren't on the scoreboard yet. It was 1-0 for Concordia at that point, and you just mentioned your teammates being on base already. How big was that in terms of you going up saying, in your mind, my teammates have drawn walks, I've seen them get a few hits, I know I can do that. I think you already had a hit yourself in the game as well, so I'm sure we're confident going into that at bat.
Yeah, I struggled in the past with Cali. I know I wasn't going to get anything, down the middle or anything crazy like that, but, when we get runners on base, it makes it easy for us as hitters, especially when we got, no outs, 1 outs. I mean, something in the air, something deep in the air, it makes it easy for us because sac fly, you get them in, base hit in the gap, you get them in. I mean, they put me in a good situation to be successful, so the pressure wasn't on me, it was on the pitcher to, throw something in there that wasn't going to be as big as it was, and I think I did a good job, putting it where it should be.
Danny, let's go over to you. You didn't spend very much time on your feet over at third base. You were playing in the sandbox over there, and Cambry, I'm sure, had a few extra high fives for you making your way back over the dugout. It seemed like you and Bailey Gaffin over at shortstop were just on the ground diving for balls, making phenomenal plays throughout. I want to talk to you specifically about the 5th and the 6th innings. It seemed like Cambry was either getting a strikeout or they were hitting the shortstop or right down the third base line. Take me through those innings and what's going on through your mind as those balls are hit hard at you and you come up with, especially, I can't remember if it was the 5th or the 6th, but you had the third out, maybe in both of the innings, but diving stop and a throw over to first to end the inning.
Well, at that point, I expected it towards me every single at bat, so I was ready every single play. And I don't know, we work on those every day at practice, like game situations, and I've had to dive for that ball a million times, and it finally paid off. So.
She even got in the dugout and said, "Finally, I got it."
I know.
She said, "I've been waiting all season." She said, "I've been waiting all season for this play," and I said, "Hey, you made it count when you needed it too."
Yeah.
So.
And the other thing is pitch calls. We probably went to a few more drop balls. Just keep balls in the park when it becomes a 1-run game. We're working down in the zone, and Cambry got a little bit more comfortable with that pitch today than maybe some of her other pitches that were go-to pitches in other days. But she got more comfortable, and you throw drop balls, and you're going to expect your defense to go make plays for you.
Of course, one of the best plays you made ended up being called a foul ball, but you had a diving stop in foul territory, touched your bag, and were thrown over the first trying to get the double play.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing. But then the next pitch was right back at you, and you fielded it, and you threw over there. What was your mindset going into the game, just knowing that, hey, we're not going to be able to make any mistakes defensively if we want to get this win today?
Yeah, well, I just knew I had to be wall. And I struggled a little offensively, so I knew I had to make up for it defensively. So I wasn't letting anything by, that's for sure.
We talk to our infielders all the time about, hey, if you're not hitting it, go take away hits from somebody else. Mm-hmm. If you can't put hits on the board for us, take away hits from somebody else. And I think, Bailey took away a hit today. Danny obviously took away a hit or two. Cheetah takes away hits every game. So that's been big for us. And the first thing I told in the outfield is for every good pitching performance, there's some great defense behind you. Caitlin making the over-the-shoulder catch. Her and Bailey making plays. Brenna yesterday with the sliding catch. So yeah, it's been big time.
Well, I don't want to miss anybody here. Is anything else you want to talk about, Coach, or even new players? Bailey had a couple of hits today. Corey had a big hit right after Jessica's home run, but it seemed like a few people that had been struggling a little bit this weekend got the bats going.
Well, and against Grayson and Callie, both great rise balls, curve balls that'll go up a little bit. It was a challenge for Bailey the last few days to try to get on plane with the ball, and she did a great job today of hitting hard line drives, and that's what you got to have, to be successful.
That's all I've got for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy the bus ride back home. Ready for next week?
It's going to be a good one.